Hi, in this video, I'll show you how to use Google Calendar to set your work and office hours. Here are the objectives: how to set work hours, how to set office hours or appointment slots for students, and some best practice tips for effectively using Google Calendar. This is probably what your Google Calendar mostly looks like. I do have some specific settings set up that we're going to discuss today to show you how I have my calendar looking like this. To create an event, you can click on any point in the calendar, or you can simply click Create. There are four main ways to use the Google Calendar: Event, Out of Office, a Reminder, and Appointment Slots. First, we're going to talk about Event. Click on More Options. So we're going to talk about setting an event for your work hours. So I want to set an event for English 101 Academic Writing Cohort 1. I know this class is 110 minutes every day from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then I'm going to click down here to Does Not Repeat. I do want it to repeat, but it's going to be custom. So I know it's going to repeat every week, and it's every Monday and Wednesday. And then I do want this event to end, so I'm going to click Ends on. I'm going to go to the end of the school year for trimester 1, and then I'll click Done. I always add my time zone just to ensure I'm in the correct time zone, and I don't have any conferencing for this, so I'm going to click No Conferencing. You can click the notification details that you want, either an email or a notification, and the time in which you want to receive that notification. I like to change the colors of my Google Calendar events so I can have it looking a bit more fun. So I'm going to make this sage. You can click this as busy or free. Of course, these are times that I'm working, so I'll click busy. Default visibility is either to the public or private. You can add a note to yourself and use rich formatting. You can even add an attachment or a link. So you want to do this at the beginning of the trimester and then click Save. Now we'll talk about creating out of office. There are no more options for this. So if you're going on vacation or PTO, you'll want to tell the office that you're not in the office. This is really important when you want your colleagues to know that you're not available for meetings. So of course, you want to set the time in which you're going to be out of office. I'll be out of office from June 13th until June 17th, and you can also set the time. And then you can choose if you want to automatically decline existing meetings. If you don't click that, then you'll have to decline manually. This is a standard message that Google sends to you. You can modify this if you'd like. And of course, you can change your settings, but for us, we'll leave it public. And then click Save. Now we'll talk about an appointment slots. This is going to be really important for students when you want to create office hours. So first, click on More Options. So again, you want to set your office hours. I know my office hours are going to start on a Tuesday, so that's where I'll begin. My office hours are going to be every day at 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. and I have 30-minute durations for my office hours. I do want it to repeat, so I'll go custom. Every day from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. I want this to end automatically, so I'll go to the end of the trimester and click that date, and then click Done. Of course, remember to set your time zone, and you can add a location of your office hours. You can also add a description. For example, always bring your materials for discussion for office hours. Show up at least 5 minutes early for your appointment. And I really want to make this clear to students, so I'm going to make this bold. You cannot add attachments to appointment slots, but you can add a link to Google Drive. Don't forget to add the title. So I can say Office Hours Eng 101 Academic Writing. If you want to see what the student sees, click on this calendar's appointment page. When students want to make an appointment, they'll be taken to this appointment page. It says click on an open appointment slot to sign up. If no slots are available, try a different time range. So students can click on a slot and then add their name. It'll be important for you to show this to students so they know how to sign up for your office hours. And of course, when you're done, click Save. The last element on the calendar we're going to look at is a reminder. A reminder is personal. No one else will see your reminders. So if you want someone to know that you're out of office or you have an appointment or that you're working, you should choose the other options and not a reminder. For example, I had a reminder right here. I had to remember to submit something for a course that I'm in. I finished that reminder and I clicked Done. This is why it's indicating that it's crossed out. If you go here, you can see some options for viewing your calendar. You can look at the day, the week, the month, year, your schedule, which only shows the events on your calendar, or every 4 days. I typically prefer the month view. Let's take a look at some settings. If you click on settings, you can change your language and region, your time zone. I specifically work in the US and also in Rwanda, so I add both of those time zones so I can see those options when creating calendar events. You can also add the world clock. You can change your event settings. And here you can change your view options. So for me, I like to reduce brightness of past events. That way my calendar can just show me events that have passed and events that are coming up purely by the visibility of the event. Another important feature is working hours. Working hours allow people to know when you're working and when you're available for meetings. If you want to enable working hours, click here. You want to set the days that you're working and then type in the working hours. If you want to learn more, you can click here. Automatically, everything is saved so you don't have to click anything, and when you're done in your settings, you can go back here. If you want to meet with people, you can click and search for, and then click on their name. And now I can see times when Rick is having meetings. I also can add specific calendars if I want to see times people are available. To do that, I can click Add Other Calendars, and then Subscribe to Calendar. We see everyone who works at our institution. So if I want to look at Christine's calendar, I'll click there, and then I can add her calendar. And now automatically her calendar is here. It's showing me her events, or I can unclick if I don't want to show her events, or I can unsubscribe from her calendar. And those are some simple ways to customize your calendar.